Nah.
I'm looking on the second swing, and it's a used version, so it's just
Mm.
somebody's Skymark. It wasn't
Right. You trash.
I know. All right, y'all. Bearder Bros Golf Show back in for another week. Let's get back to this equipment talk.
Okay.
Um, so you've long been we've been saying this as we've been going through more what's in the bags is that even the pros want to make the game easier. And
Facts.
earlier on in the week, I caught this article about Rickie Fowler. He's been switching between drivers over the last, several months. He's been through three different drivers, playing the Aerojet previously, the low spin version. Recently has gone, as of this week to the Darkspeed, and it's not the low spin version. And I have a couple of pictures to show about this driver. And in addition to it being a couple, the alignment aid on the face is definitely unique. And
Super.
you see all that head. That is not your normal pro driver. It's pretty bulbous back there.
There's a few.
Again,
There's a few guys that play like the TS2, the TSR2, and it's kind of
yeah,
same shape, like bell shape, like that. But you're right, though. I mean, it's super. It's very rare to see them playing that much. But remember how many times since Ping really started doing the aerodynamics and the turbulating jets and stuff like that, a lot of them have been really what's the word, communicating with like airlines and stuff like that, trying to
oh,
figure
for
out the
aerodynamics,
aerodynamics and stuff like that. So a lot of the
yeah,
bell-shaped drivers are what's winning. Then the matte finish also creates less wind resistance. All this stuff is literally I would say 80% of the things that's on drivers is for aerodynamics and for forgiveness now. There is very
yeah,
little to for the aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? So like I will say it's a
yeah.
little bit trippy that they don't have like a top line alignment mark. I think that would trip me out. I don't know if I could do it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but I mean, he
But
supplements it with the three lines on the face, which I thought
right.
that was I don't think I've seen that yet. I mean, not to that level, you know?
Yeah. Mhm.
Look, I'm pulling up the regular dark speed just to see how they have that, like the stock version,
Mhm.
um, to see what the top of that one looks like. And yeah, I don't even think they have an alignment line on the regular version.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if I could do that either. Not even a
I need
dot.
something. Yeah, I need a dye,
Oh, you know what? Maybe this is a bad
little baby
photograph.
arrow.
No, they literally don't have anything.
Nah.
I'm looking on the second swing, and it's a used version, so it's just
Mm.
somebody's Skymark. It wasn't
Right. You trash.
I know. Anyway, so yeah, that's interesting. But again, it goes back to even the pros don't want to make this game super super hard, right? Everybody needs a little bit of forgiveness. We're not going to always have our best stuff. And just from the shaft standpoint, let's see here. He's playing the Denali. I think this was a prototype shaft, the 70 gram stiff
Hmm.
or extra stiff. So that's also a new shaft for him as well. So he has not been playing that shaft. So we'll see what Rickie brings. Watching a little bit of the full swing. I haven't made it through the second season, but it was interesting, kind of to reminisce his resurgence playing in the U.S. Open last year at LA Country Club, and then winning at the Rocket Mortgage Open. It was good to see Rookie make that resurgence last year.
Yeah.
I kind of root for the guy, especially because you knew he had an opportunity to go take the money and run over to live, especially at a time where he wasn't playing his best. It would have been easy. No one would have faulted him for doing it,
Right.
but I think it would have been nonetheless disappointing. So always, rooting for a guy who stands on principles, and I mean, some people will be like, "Oh, you're dumb for not taking the money." The truth is, it's not always about the money, y'all. Especially when you've
It
done
ain't even
well.
my money to be
It's
talking about. I'm pretty sure Rickie is more than well off. Dude has been the title Puma Cobra person besides Lexi for over a decade.
yeah,
Since we got into the game, easily since 2012.
yeah. The orange has been, when he was back in the day, rocking the teased hair and all the
Right.
orange on Sundays. He's been
Too easy.
their poster guy. Those endorsement deals have not dried up. They mentioned on Full Swing, Rickie is very brand conscious. So um, meaning he's going to protect his image and he has his eyes on the long term prize, not just short term gains. Again, you don't know what projects or things come down the line. And if you stay on the PGA Tour, that's that long money versus this
Right.
kind of quick injection of cash that cool. It can last a long time,
You
which
think he's
again,
not
there's so
gonna
much.
buy his time for like the Ryder Cup and stuff like that? Vice captainship, captaincy,
Yeah,
things like that. Getting on the board of things like that. I think he's playing.
right.
He's definitely playing the long game.
I agree. Agree. And the last little equipment thing that I wanted to touch on this week, and I think this will close us out in terms of our topics that are on the
Yeah.
agenda. Nike clubs have been slowly but surely disappearing from pro tours as they last produced clubs in 2016.
Yeah.
You mentioned it. Brooks Koepka is still carrying the Vaporfly. It's like a long iron, like a two
Yeah, it's
iron.
like a UTI. It's
Um,
like a Titleist UTI for all the golf nerds out there. It's pretty much like a hollowed bodied hot face for driving. It's gonna stay low. It's gonna give you a ton of rollout. And how it provides a little bit more help with a little bit of a top line that's provides playability. So
personal experience. I went and last year I was looking for either a new hybrid or a driving iron like that.
mhm.
And while some swings were very good with the driving iron, um, they're very low spin. They're lower spin
Very.
than you expect, and so sometimes keeping it in the air and getting a decent carry out of them can be tough. And under the right conditions, right? So, and the reason I was looking at it was I was anticipating in Texas, kind of early spring with a lot of kind of dried out fairways before we get
Yeah.
full summer, and then fall to winter golf where you're getting a lot of, the dormant Bermuda fairways roll quite a bit. And
Bro.
I was thinking about it. Summer, I was like, this may have limited utility, just because I wasn't getting a lot of carry. I was
Yeah.
looking more for the rollouts aspects of it. But back to the Nike Club, CT Pan was one of the last players to still play it on the PGA Tour. Got rid of his last year for a Titleist version. Tony
Mm.
Finau is still playing that Nike Vaporfly Club. You
Hmm.
mentioned Brooks Koepka still. I think he probably alternates it in and out sometimes with the bag,
Yeah.
depending on the course. But I found Justin Suh with the Nike putter in the bag. So again, this was I don't think I looked. I kind of scoured the archives. I even think this was a prototype. This wasn't one that was listed kind of as widely released. They had several models that looked very similar, but in their
Yeah.
official listings, this one was not one that had a model number. And you even when you look at the very bottom, they didn't have an official model number because usually it
Yeah.
was like a 003, something to
Yep.
that effect, and this did not
Hmm.
have that marking on it. But I just thought it was cool that he's had this putter since grade school, and you can see that wear mark in the middle of that putter. That bad boy has been getting some work, and you can tell
Hmm.
that my man is, you know, he's a very efficient putter. Um, you see his stance is very wide, so he's putting a solid hit on that thing.
Yeah.
And honestly, you can tell he's repolished it a couple times because it's not beat up like my little Nike half mallet that I still have in the bag. But
Yeah, that's
he's
true.
put some he's polished it a few times. But it's just cool to see the relics of the past and someone, still holding on to it. Putter is the one thing that you see people keeping up with in their bags. Tiger's one of those. He's had that Scotty in his bag since the beginning of his career, and you can see the wear on that one. We've seen some recent pictures of it. So I just thought that was cool, as not former Nike fanboys who came in playing.
Still
Nike
have my pro
stuff.
combos in the closet, not dropping them. I swear to God, if you take me to somebody right now and they tell me I'll regroove these and put whatever shaft you want in them right now, I will do that hands.
You get a lot of stuff out of this channel, y'all. A little business knowledge, a little technical golf knowledge, a little BS in here and there. You're in a well-rounded environment. So hit that subscribe button, hit that membership button. We got you covered on all things golf.